Hi, this is Pam with Inside Out Living, and we're back. So I wanted to show you today about my skincare routine, particularly at night. So as you can see, I have full face makeup on, and you know, I've been working, and so now it's time just to take all of this off, take the day off. So one of the first things that I do is I wash my hands, and so I'm just gonna wash my hands. We do not want to put dirty hands on the face. So, and I know that I already have makeup on, but anytime you're working with your face, you want to make sure your hands are already clean. So I'm going to do that first. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is, as you can see, I have all this hair, and it's, you know, I don't want that to get in the way. So I have a couple of things that I use. I use these claw clips. I'm going to use these today. You can also use a headband like this, or one of these fancy ones that you can kind of has the Velcro and you can wrap your hair up. But I'm just going to keep it simple, and I'm going to put my hair back like this, and I want to clip the top and the sides, and then I want to share with you a little bit about some of the products that I'm going to be using. I'm not sponsored. I'm not being sponsored by any of these products. I do try to keep it very simple. I will say that I was introduced to this line, and it's been working pretty good for me. It's called The Ordinary, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. But what I typically do when I cleanse my face is I keep it simple. Drugstore brand, CeraVe. I love CeraVe products, and this is the hydrating cream to foam cleanser. And so what I typically do now, I have a lot of makeup on, and one of the things that I do is I use Albolene, which I need to go and get. Hey, so I'm back. I thought I had Albolene. I've used Albolene, wonderful product. Also, you can get it at the drugstore. And before I get started, I want you to like and subscribe. Now, you know this is good stuff. Don't leave here without subscribing, okay? I want you to join the family. All right, so either I'll use Albolene or makeup wipes. I love Neutrogena. I'm not sponsored by Neutrogena. I love Neutrogena makeup wipes, but since I haven't really been doing full-on makeup a lot, I don't even have those wipes. So guess what I'm gonna use? I'm gonna use baby wipes. And these are the Sensitive brand. So if you don't have makeup wipes, feel free to use the baby wipes just to get that layer of makeup off, okay? So we're gonna do that. And I just realized, I also use another kind of makeup remover, and I want to get that for you. It's also by, I think it is by CeraVe, and it does very, very, very well. So, CeraVe Hydrating Micellar Water, and I think I said that correctly, but anyway, this is good stuff as well. It really, really, really takes off the makeup, and I'm just going to put it on this baby wipe because it's really going to dig deep and get all of that makeup off. So it does really well with getting off that lipstick. See that lipstick? And I had the lip bar, so I know some people may be asking what kind of makeup do I use, and I had the lip bar red lipstick. It was called Bossy or the Boss, something like that. I'll link it. I'll put everything in the description below. So anyway, just want to take off a good amount of the makeup. Now, I am a woman of a certain age, okay? So I need to make sure that I continue to take care of my skin, and I have been one to, we all have our times when we don't, we have these times and we don't really take care of our skin like we should. but I really try to make sure that I have a really good skincare routine. And I typically would make sure, even in my, early days, in my teens and my 20s, I always wanted to make sure that I had a skincare routine. As simple as it is, it doesn't matter how simple, but you need to have a good skincare routine. So I've gotten quite a bit of that makeup on. As you can see, that was a lot of makeup I had on. So, and I really don't always wear a lot of makeup like that, but I want to really try to get all of that makeup off as much as I can get. But I'm going to tell you, the CeraVe product, this hydrating cleanser, cream to foam cleanser, does very well, and it's going to really get most of all of that off. Okay, so I'm going to take the hydrating cream to foam, and I love this tool. This is my Clarisonic. They don't make these anymore, but they have so many different variations of this. So you want one of these brushes, these spin brushes. They work so well. They get that dirt and gunk out. So I typically, and I put the hydrating cream to foam right on there, just a little bit, probably about a dime size. And it's already pretty wet. And then I just clean it. These work so well. You could do it with your own hands, and I have, typically it depends, but when I have makeup on like this, I like to use my Clarisonic or whatever your spin brush is to really dig deep, because it gets in those areas that your fingers may not be able to get into, and it's perfect for your skin. And the thing about this one, it has a timer on it, so I don't over cleanse. I don't over scrub my face. Make sure I get my neck or under my chin. All right, so as you can see, quite a bit of dirt came off of that. Rinse that off really well. And I do make sure you wash, you want to sanitize your brushes. I do that with my hair combs and my hair brushes. I sanitize them. I wash them regularly in gentle soap, and then I also will. Let me wash my face now. All right.
And I know some people that don't like to wash their face over the sink because sometimes the water drips all down your arm and all of that. Sometimes it's good to wash it when you're in the shower, and I do that sometimes. But I just want to get my skin, my face cleansed and all of that. I just will wash it at the sink. Wet my washcloth, and then pat my face dry. Now I don't want to drag my skin a lot, particularly because I said I'm a woman of a certain age, so I want to make sure that I'm very gentle around my eyes. And I meant to tell you that there is, I do have eye makeup remover, and I do that as well. So I will, that I did not do, but that's something that I typically do as well. And then I just pat dry, all right? And wash my face, wash my washcloth out. Now that I have that done, it is time to, I'm just gonna put my hand off. Now it's time to tone, and the best thing to do is wash, tone, and moisturize. If you don't do anything else, wash, tone, moisturize. So I've washed with the cleanser. Now I'm going to tone, and I tone with this Neutrogena toner. I'm not sponsored by Neutrogena, but I love this toner because it's alcohol free. And so what I do is I just grab one of these wonderful Whisper pads, and I just spray it like that, and I just sort of just gently, and then you wanna swipe up, all right, gently, swipe up, get your neck, swipe up, all right, all around your nose, be gentle around your eyes, don't really get around your eyes, all right, and look at that. You can barely see it because that CeraVe that cleanser did so well, but you can see ever so slightly, you can see a little bit of dirt still there. So that Neutrogena does very well. So that's why toner is so good to use. All right, then the next thing I do is, and let me just say, I do a lip scrub as well. If I find that my lips need some extra tender loving care, there's a very, a homemade remedy that I use, and it's sugar and a little bit of coconut oil, and I do a paste, and I make a paste and I just scrub my lips. So I do that sometimes, but I'm not going to do that today. So once I've toned, then I go into my moisturizing. Now, you don't have to get this deep. You can just go right into a nice, gentle moisturizer. And this is by CeraVe. It's a skin renewing night cream. And so this is good to use, but I'm just gonna take it a little step further because I feel like my skin needs a little bit more hydrating. So I'm gonna use these products by The Ordinary. And what I love about this line, I'm not sponsored by them either, but what I love about this line is you can customize your routine, your moisturizer. So I'm going to start with this Marine Hyaluronics. And so I need hyaluronic in everything. So I'm just going to put a few drops into my hand and rub that. It's very watery, but that's why it's called Marine Hyaluronic. So I'm just going to pat that into my face, into my neck, and I even go down to my chest. Okay, even do that. And I meant to say, make sure that you wash your chest as well, your chest and your neck. So I put that in there. And then I go to the amino acids. It's called amino acids and B5. So I use that. Just get just a few drops. Just pat that in. You don't have to drag the products over your face. You just want to pat it in ever so gently and lightly. Okay? Do that. All right, and then what I use next is it's called the Buffet, and it's I have my glasses on, y'all. So it's the copper peptides. So that's next. This is an interesting color. It's blue actually. Isn't that pretty? And I just do a couple of drops of that and rub that in as well. Pat that in. I kind of rub a little bit because you want it to blend in, but it'll all soak in. And I just, constantly moving up because of gravity. So you want everything to move up. And then the last thing in this line that I use is called, it's an ATS solution with vitamin F, okay? And again, you don't have to get this deep into it. It's just, I wanted to try this line and it's been working well for me. All right, put that in my hand, in there. Pat and rub it in. As you notice, I don't really put it right under my eye. I do have an eye oil that I just purchased from Mielle, and I'm looking forward to using that. And but you can put an eye cream. You just would dot an eye cream around here or gel and lightly pat, and that's going to help with the lines. So I do that, and then the last thing I do is use the CeraVe, which I could have jumped right to. I just use like a dime size, not even that, pea size. All right, a pea size, if that, because I've put, I've already layered my products. And so as you can see, I always want to make sure I get my chest. And I'm moving up, up, up. All right. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. And also, I will get my Q-tips and I'll get my ears and things like that, but I'm not going to do all that for the sake of time. So that's pretty much the skincare part that I do. I mentioned about scrubbing my lips, and then I got the sample at Sephora, and it's Laneige. It's a lip sleeping serum or a cream, and it's and I just put that on my lips because you want to have, it's a lip mask. That's what it is. You want to put that on your lips to help keep your lips hydrated at night. That's pretty much it. Now, of course, I would, before I put the lip cream on, I would brush my teeth. I brush my teeth, I floss and brush every night. But I just wanted to show you the skincare part of what I do, okay? So that is pretty much it. Now, I don't always go right to bed after this because I do want my products to kind of, get into my skin and so forth. I always try to sleep on a satin pillowcase. Also, I make sure that I change my pillowcases maybe every night or every other night, depending on how things go, because you have product on your face and it gets on the pillow and you want to change that out.
All right, so that was my nighttime skincare routine. I hope that it was so helpful to you, and hope that it inspired you to want to take better care of your skin if you're not doing so. Don't worry about it. I know it took me some time to really get into the routine, and I've been doing it for quite some time now, and I'm just so grateful because I think that having that routine has served me well. So if you have any questions about the products or anything that I use, the products, the process, just comment below and let me know. I'll also put into the description some of the products that I used as well. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. I really want you to join our family so that you can be able to be in touch and you can see all the videos that I'm uploading. So thank you for joining Inside Out Living. This is Pam. See you soon.